Hello everyone, welcome back to Stractify 500. So this is going to be a pretty short kind of intro video. This video is entitled The Cone of Vision Part 1A, and this is basically to introduce to you the concept of the cone of vision, which we will revisit in Cone of Vision Part 1B. And between 1A and 1B, there will be several other videos that I'm going to cover. But this one, I just want to prep the basic concept of what this video is all about, and basically give you some instructions to draw your own cone of vision and have that ready for whenever Cone of Vision Part 1B is posted and uploaded. Okay? So what you will need is, to get this done, will be a compass, a simple compass like this, pencil, you probably need a ruler, short and long ruler, and then you will need a protractor. And here I have a few examples of various kinds of protractors you can use. So you have, make sure you can see things clearly, you have this 45-degree triangle which measures angles. You just unscrew it and you can open it up and, you know, draw angles as needed. So if you like that and you have a preference for that, you can get that. Then there's this one. I like this a lot. I found this in the art supply store one day and I picked it up pretty quickly. I like the way it works. It has some other little features to it that I find useful, and of course you can use it to measure angles very accurately. So I like this a lot. Or you can just get your typical geometry set and get a protractor from that geometry set, you know, something like that. That right there is all you need. Okay, so if you don't want to be fancy about it, you just want to keep it kind of basic, you can use that. That works just as well. All right, so again, in this one, I will not be doing any construction at all. I'm just gonna, I'll basically explain the concept. I'm gonna freestyle draw a little bit, explain things a bit, and through that explanation, that should give you all the instruction you need to just draw up your own cone of vision. And let's go ahead and get started. I guess the only thing I am going to do technically is draw the horizon line. So let me shift this paper so that you guys can see. Let me take a peek. Let me peek at the camera. Okay, I'm all in there. So okay, so I'm just gonna draw this HL real quick, and then the rest I'm gonna freestyle. Okay, so let's say this is your vanishing point. The first thing we will do is, well, I guess I'm going to use the ruler again. That's okay. Get the long ruler. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to just draw whatever your vanishing point is. And yes, we're still in 1-point perspective, and this is a 1-point perspective thing, so I forgot to mention that. Anyway, your single vanishing point, draw a perpendicular line all the way down. That'll be your axis. Okay, and what's gonna happen, so I'm gonna go off on a bit of a tangent here to help explain this concept. So when you are looking at objects ahead of you, so let's say this is you or a person standing here like so, and that person is looking at something, whatever that thing, whatever this block represents, this person is looking at it. Of course, maybe in this example, they're probably further away. and they're looking at it, you know, from their eye level, whatever their eye level is, right? Looking at it straight on. This person is positioned here, say somewhere along this line, let's say here. And that position is called the station point. Okay, so let's remember that. This is, I don't need a ruler for that. So that's the station point, that's where this guy is. And this object, whatever this object represents, whatever this object is here, okay? And this person's looking at that object. Okay, so how the cone of vision works is from the station point, you strike an angle. Now remember, this is the vanishing point, the only vanishing point we're working with right here, okay? So from here to the horizon line, you strike a line that becomes a point, and the angle between this axis and this line is 30 degrees. It has to be 30 degrees, okay? Same thing on the opposite side. And I'm just doing this freehand, like I said, just to get the concept across. 30 degrees. So both of these together make 60 degrees, okay? A total of 60 degrees. So this is where your cone of vision happens. Now this cone is not a cone, it's not like your ice cream cone or your paper cup sippy cone or whatever. It's not this. This is not the kind of cone we're talking about here, okay? So don't think of the cone as looking like this, okay? What the cone will look like is, okay, because this is 30 degrees and this is 30 degrees and you have this symmetrical angle on both sides, basically the distance from the vanishing point to this point that intersects on the horizon line is a radius. And this will be your center point. And when you take your compass, like so, and use it and draw a circle, what you get is something that looks like this. I'm going to freehand it, and this is your cone of vision. Something that looks something like that. Okay, so you're going to have some of the circle come outside of this line and outside of this line. That's perfectly fine as long as you've got these measurements correct. That is your cone of vision, okay? This is you or a person standing here at the station point looking at, say, this object over here, and this is where, in one-point perspective, you're going to construct your objects within this cone of vision, okay? And objects will be constructed here, and this basically designates what objects are normal. Any objects that are within this space are perfectly normal, and there's more to it than that. I will get into the details, the technical details of this later. I just want you to get this particular part, and I want you to go ahead and technically go ahead and draw out your cone of vision. Again, the angle between, this is your vanishing point, you strike an axis straight down, a perpendicular axis straight down, determine your station point. Your station point can be anywhere along here, but the further down it is, the better. So this can actually come down a lot further. And when I get into this in more details, you will understand why. Again, the angle between this axis and the line that intersects the horizon line, 30 degrees here, 30 degrees here. You should have a total of 60 degrees, okay? And where the intersection takes place, this will be your radius. You'll connect your compass from the center to the radius and draw a circle. It should connect perfectly if you measured it out properly. And this is the kind of diagram you'll get. And that is your cone of vision. So go ahead and draw this out technically. Make sure you draw it out neatly, and you have the straight lines and everything. And set that aside for when we discuss this further in Cone of Vision Part 1B. This is Stractify 500, where I explore and cover things related to drawing and composition, and we do so on a fundamental level. And as we go further, we're going to apply all these concepts and all these things that we learn to a variety of projects and see how they turn out based on some of the concepts that I've discussed and gone over. All right, I will see you in the next video, and the next video I will be covering one-point perspective grids. I'll see you then. Oh, I forgot something. This is the rough drawing. This is the technical version of that drawing. Okay, so this is how it looks, just like that. Okay, and I'll zoom in so that you can see what that looks like. That's the rough. All right, there you have it. I'll see you guys later.